get right into weather stateside here. I'm showing you the big view because this sets us up for the zonal weather pattern for next week. We get these systems moving in just north of the Pacific Northwest. We start to get a little bit more ridging out here, portions of the latter portion of the weekend, early next week. That system that pushed in over the weekend really barreling across the portions of the northern plains. That sets us up for that zonal flow that's kicking in. That system will really race across the country. We're looking the middle portion of next week. You can see this ridge in the east starts to break down. We start chipping it away with these successive Alberta Clipper style systems as this zonal pattern sets up. Very fast moving flow. And here in the Pacific Northwest, the ridge starts to even push up a little higher. And you start to see here across portions of, and I'll show you the bigger view of North America here, for portions of next weekend into probably January 16th through 20th. Take a look at the big view here. We're looking at jet stream riding pretty high up here towards the Aleutian Islands in Alaska here, and then it starts to dip very violently here up in the north central portion of North America, just towards the Yukon area. We'll start to see that next polar vortex that is scheduled to come down probably just after January 18th, 19th, 20th, somewhere in there. Timing is a little bit, give or take a little bit with the models. Euro is bringing the polar vortex the most strongest. Some of the other models are starting to jump on board, but not quite as intense as the first polar vortex we saw in the beginning of January. However, the Euro is indicating it could be worse, so we'll have to watch for that here. That trough starts to really dig out middle to latter portion of next weekend into early that following new week. We start to carve a trough out that could set us up for some East Coast snowstorms, but right now the big story may be the cold once again. So we'll look for that, give or take. The models will resolve this over the next, say, week or week and a half. However, a lot can change between now and then, but that's what we're looking at here for the long-range outlook, because next week I really don't have too much to talk about, so we'll look forward to that possible polar vortex the following week, January 16th, 20th area. That's going to do it here at MeteoMark. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com. Here's a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Elmira, northern tier counties of Pennsylvania, all along the Susquehanna River Valley. Look at this. We really start off pretty much warm throughout the weekend here, dealing with minor ice jam flooding in some sections, but not a widespread flooding area. We head on into the new work week here. Look at this. Not too bad. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, highs in the pretty much the 40s. We start to drop off a little bit later on in the week, however, as we get those Alberta Clipper style systems moving down through, and that's where we start to get colder air shots, but still above normal pretty much for this time of year. Lows not looking bad, upper teens, low 20s, maybe even upper 20s on some of these nights starting the week, latter portion of the weekend into early next week. That's going to do it here at MeteoMark.